This person is a prime example of what it means to be so drunk on the ability to have even a scrap of power over someone for once that it will leave you astounded. In other words, a severe case of power complex brought on by extreme insecurity. And in today's video, I'll be covering and analyzing the whole incident, so stick to the end if you want to know what went down and what happened after. This recording shows a conversation between a former Webb Middle School principal, Susan Opferman, and a former janitor, Jonathan Holley, who was secretly recording the conversation. We'll discuss what the confrontation was about, how it could have been handled better, and the aftermath of the whole situation. So let's get into it.
So, what are your hours?
My hours is from 6:30 to 3 o'clock.
Okay. Why did you leave today at 2:45?
I didn't leave at 2:45.
You did.
I did not leave at 2:45.
We were calling you.
When I left,
What time do you think you left?
When I was leaving out that door.
What time do you think you left?
When I was leaving out that door, it was
What time do you think you left?
2:52 when I was going out that door.
Because you left early.
I didn't leave early because I was here early.
What time do you work till? What are your hours?
Miss Opferman,
What
the
time-
fire people that was here this morning was outside. They had to get in the building.
Stop talking. Jonathan, what are your hours? What are your hours? I just want to hear them again. What are they?
I told you my hours already.
Tell me again.
From 6:30 to 3 o'clock.
6:30 to 3 o'clock. Okay, and you left early today.
I didn't leave early.
Did you leave before 3 o'clock?
I left before 3 o'clock.
Okay, why?
For the simple fact I had to come in here this morning because the fire people was out there outside, sitting outside in their cars, and they had to get in the building to do the fire alarm.
Okay.
So I had to come in the building at 6:15. Miss Beckett, both of us came at the same time when I had to let them in.
Who told you to come at 6:15?
In the conversation, we hear janitor telling Opferman that he works at the school from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., but that this morning was different, so he felt he could leave early. That morning, the local fire department needed to do a routine inspection of the school, and they came early. So Holley clocked in at 6:15 so that the firemen didn't have to sit around and wait until 6:30. And because of his early day, Holley decided to leave at 2:52.
It's not.
Who told you to come at 6:15?
It's not that I wanted to come in at 6:15, Miss Opferman. I was sitting outside, and the fire people was outside waiting in the car to get inside the building.
Then they wait. We are not open until 6:30.
So they wait. They have to wait until 6:30 to get inside the building and do the fire alarms.
If they don't have a key, the building is not open until 6:30. You don't adjust your hours just because you feel like it.
I didn't do it because I felt like it, Miss Opferman. I was doing it to help the fire people to get inside the building.
Who told you to open the building early? Did your boss, Susan Opferman, tell you to start your hours early today?
I was not supposed to start my hours early today, but like I was telling you, the fire people had to get inside. They were sitting out there for almost an hour.
Who is your boss? Is your boss Susan Opferman or the fire marshal? Who is your boss?
Miss Opferman, you was my boss. I never said you was my boss. I explained my hours to you.
6:30 to 3.
Yes.
One of the most striking aspects of this video is Opferman's demeaning tone. She talks to Holley as if he were a child, undermining his actions and questioning his decisions. This not only shows a lack of respect towards Holley, but also reveals an unhealthy power dynamic in their working relationship. She treats him like a child, talking to him as if he were one of the students.
Okay, and we needed you at 2:45, and we're calling you on the walkie, and I called you on the phone finally because nobody could find you. And the guy said you left early.
No, I did not leave early. I had just left when they said that. I had just left.
Jonathan, if you left before 3 o'clock, you left early. You left before your shift was done.
So let me explain this to you. From yesterday when we had the meeting, I didn't get out of here until 3:15.
Why?
Because you had us in the meeting.
No, I finished on time.
No, it wasn't. When I left out that door, that's the time I left out that door.
Yesterday.
Okay.
I did. I made it a point to finish on time yesterday because I do not want to keep you past your hours.
It was when I left out the building, Miss Opferman. It was past 3 o'clock.
I don't know what you were doing between when you left that room at 3 o'clock to when you left this building. But I did not give you permission to leave early today. You left before your shift was over. You left before your shift was completed. Your shift finishes at 3 o'clock. And you left before 3 o'clock without permission. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Okay. I have to call HR. I just want you to know that.
Okay, and what
I don't know. I'm going to see what they say. Because you
I left
10
minutes before the time that I was in early. I mean.
No one asked you to come in early. No one asked you to come in early.
I don't understand.
You are not supposed to open this building until 6:30. Your shift starts at 6:30.
I understand that.
Another significant issue in the video is Opferman's refusal to acknowledge the validity of Holley's reasoning for leaving early. She insists that the fire department should have waited until 6:30 a.m., the official opening time of the school. This demonstrates a lack of flexibility and understanding on her part, as well as a clear disregard for the janitor's initiative and problem-solving skills.
But like I said, I had to make the adjustment because they were sitting outside in their cars trying to get in.
You did not have to make the adjustment. The only one that changes your schedule is me. The only person that gives permission for your schedule to be different from 6:30 to 3 is me. They are not your boss. I am very upset that you did not work your full shift today.
Despite Opferman's condescending attitude, Holley maintains a calm and collected demeanor throughout the conversation. He patiently explains the situation and the reason behind his decision to leave early that day. Many viewers have commended him for his cool-headed approach to the situation, as it would have been difficult for most people to remain composed under such circumstances.
Okay, so if this is going to be on me, you might as well get everybody else that leave the same time or leave early then too. Because it's a lot more people doing that, just me. It seems like I'm being picked out.
Well, we needed you today.
Every time, Ms. Opferman, you always picking me out the bunch.
Jonathan,
it seems like you're harassing me right now. You seem like I'm being harassed because every time I come in here,
you're not being harassed.
I'm always in the meetings with you, and you always seem to be yelling and screaming at me, always telling me this, that, and the third, and it's getting to that frustration point.
Jonathan, I am not harassing you.
Yes, you are, Miss Opferman. Yes, you are. You are harassing me.
Towards the end of the video, Holley accuses Opferman of harassment, stating that she always seems to be targeting him and that he feels frustrated. Opferman denies the accusation and dismisses the conversation as finished. This is an important moment in the video because it highlights Holley's genuine feelings of being singled out and treated unfairly.
Okay, we're finished.
You are, Miss Opferman.
We're finished.
Every time I come into this meeting with you, it's always something I'm doing. But what about everybody else that everybody else is doing?
This meeting's done. Please stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling. I'm just voicing my frustration because just like you frustrated with me, I'm frustrated too.
I'm frustrated that you left before your 3 o'clock shift was over and this meeting is finished.
But you don't understand the fact that I was here.
The 10 minutes that you left early are now done. The 10 minutes that you owed the school are now finished. So, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know what HR says.
Okay.
After the video was released, it went viral and racked up millions of views and likes. People supported Jonathan, and even the school's students knew Jonathan as a helpful and pleasant person who would always lend a helping hand. We can see some of the school's students commenting on the video saying, "I am a student at Webb and my sister is now in high school. We all miss you. We now have a better principal and nobody forgets about this. That's how you know people care about you. We love you, man." We even chanted "Free my Jonathan" in the halls and the teachers would tell us to be quiet. Some people also commented raising their concerns about the legalities of recording videos without consent. Obviously, Susan Opferman never knew that the conversation was being filmed. Therefore, it raises a question of whether or not it was against the law. Well, according to the Digital Media Law Project, Georgia's wiretapping law is a one-party consent law for purposes of making audio recordings of conversations. Georgia makes it a crime to secretly record a phone call or in-person conversation originating in any private place unless one party to the conversation consents. Therefore, you may record a conversation or phone call if you are a party to the conversation, or you get permission from one party to the conversation in advance, which means that Jonathan is safe. In the aftermath of the video going viral, Jonathan Holley released an update stating that he was not fired but was forced to resign. He believed this was because he was the highest paid janitor at the school, and they were trying to save money. Therefore, he was forced out by Opferman and the school.
I just want to start off by saying that a lot of people had questions. I didn't get fired. I was forced to resign. Again, I did not get fired. I was forced to resign. And why I was forced to resign was not because of that video. That video led up to what they was trying to do from the beginning. And what that was trying to get me out the door for their own personal reasons. It was wrong how they did it. I was thinking that being that I was going to resign, that I was be able to, get back into the system. But that didn't happen. I was tricked. And when I tried to get back into the system, my application kept being denied wasn't getting any interviews. I called to HR, spoke with the director, Northside, and she told me, her name was Patty, she told me straight like this, you no longer can be an employee of Fulton County. How is that so? I resigned. I didn't get terminated. I resigned, right? I'm supposed to be able to get back, right? Didn't happen. So again, that was unfair. In the meeting, that last meeting that I had when they did what they did, they showed me pictures on copy of paper, some pictures that they took that I've never seen before, saying, this writing, this little graffiti that was on the back, some pencil graffiti that was on the back of a bathroom door, and a picture of a toilet bowl with tissue and stuff inside of it. Took a picture of two pictures, and that's what they showed me, and that was the reason they backing on firing me, trying to get me out the door. That was their reason. That was the last straw, as they say, which was a bunch of nonsense.
You can check out the full update on his own YouTube channel called Jonathan Holley. Channel contains 2 updates regarding the incident, and it's definitely worth checking them out if you want more details. Now, I want to put some emphasis on this Quora comment made by one of the students at Webb Middle School. Student highlights: the more serious issue is the reason she told him he should have waited. He said the firemen were responding to an alarm, which could have potentially been very serious. If it was an actual fire and the janitor hadn't opened the door, it would have been on his head that the school burned down. That's a serious amount of guilt to be carrying around every day, knowing that the whole school was destroyed because of his actions. I also believe that at the time the janitor was allowed to make the professional decision to open the door, since he would have also gotten in trouble if he didn't open the door. He made a call, and in my opinion the right one. In the aftermath of this incident, it seems only fitting that a dose of karma would be served to the main course of the meal. The Rate My Teachers platform has experienced an influx of negative reviews for Principal Opferman, with one comment reading, "A disgrace to humanity. Certain individuals should not hold positions of power, and this serves as an exemplary case." In her LinkedIn, Opferman stated that she was a principal at Webb Middle School since June 2011, and according to Heavy News article, Opferman has been forced to resign following the public outcry from the video. Therefore, it's safe to say that karma has been served.